Hey there, folks. My name is Misadventurer, and welcome to the first episode of the Snubbi playthrough. This is going to be a brand new series here on the channel, and quite an experimental series at that, with an irregular upload schedule and no set video length policy. Now, this is going to be quite a difficult series to explain quickly, so I'll just try my best to concisely get across here at the start what this is and what you can expect from the series. So first and foremost, this at its core is going to be a World of Warcraft playthrough, but not quite. See, World of Warcraft started in the mid-2000s and is ongoing to this day. The company Blizzard created the Warcraft franchise and World of Warcraft, and they've been maintaining World of Warcraft with regular updates and new expansions. The current expansion for World of Warcraft at the minute is Dragonflight, and I'm not playing retail World of Warcraft, which is that ongoing updated version that I was just talking about. That's a retail WoW. Blizzard also made an alternative version of WoW called WoW Classic, which is using the all the expansions, the 2004 to 2006 or 7 old version of the game with all of the old graphics and old mechanics for old heads like me that played the game back at the time. This playthrough will be much more similar to that, but it's actually still not the same thing as a WoW Classic playthrough. Blizzard also made a version of WoW Classic which updates through the first couple of expansions that a lot of people like me consider to be of higher quality, and that's called at the minute WoW Classic Wrath of the Lich King, which is the expansion that it's up to at the minute. I'm also not playing that, so what I'm playing in this playthrough is a private server called Turtle WoW, which is not made by Blizzard and is in fact made by a essentially amateur team of very interesting people who have come up with this really weird but really compelling idea, which is, what if the storytelling style, the gameplay style, and the vibes of Warcraft 3, the game that came out before WoW, and the original version of WoW, pre the first expansion even, the Burning Crusade, pre-BC, what if that version of WoW was expanded upon with new content, new races, new class combinations, just new content that was consistent with the tone and the ideas of vanilla WoW without incorporating the sci-fi and cosmic ideas introduced in the Burning Crusade expansion and onward. And that's essentially what Turtle WoW is as an experience. It is people call it a vanilla plus experience. It's classic WoW with the old school gameplay and storytelling with new content that is of the same style and quality seamlessly mixed into it to create a fresh experience for old heads like me that really miss the old school WoW storytelling especially. I like the old school gameplay a fair bit, but I do in many ways prefer the newer school gameplay, but holy moly, the storytelling of modern day WoW is a mess. I have a lot of issues with the way Blizzard's writing style and storytelling style have changed over time, and I don't have all the same complaints that other people have. A lot of people have, I think, kind of bad faith complaints about the modern storytelling. To me, the biggest issue is that WoW increasingly is essentially a power fantasy where your character is the chosen hero of the universe and everything revolves around them, which is fine as a story, but there's so many games that have that story. And the original vanilla version of WoW, what this server sort of simulates and expands upon and has the same tone with, is much more of a mundane, kind of gritty fantasy experience where you're just kind of some person, you're just some guy or just some gal in this giant dangerous world, and you're not really driving any storytelling until you're a very, very high level, and even then it's only in kind of an indirect way. You're not the chosen one, you're not the hero of Azeroth, you're just some person on a quest and kind of stumbling across adventures and misadventures along the way. And that's the experience that I wanted to capture again with this server, because I've played through the original version of World of Warcraft when I was younger, so I know what that's like. This server is going to change that a fair bit, and that's why I'm doing this playthrough, is I want to share that experience with all of you, as I think that the original version of World of Warcraft had some great storytelling and some really cool ideas, and I think that this server feels like a really good spiritual successor to that, in a way almost a literal successor, given how this server adds into the original game's content really seamlessly. Now, what I'm not showing on the screen here is that you can actually play with some new races that are not in vanilla WoW, but essentially are lore appropriate for vanilla WoW. So for example, the Alliance faction gets High Elves, who use the Blood Elf models, and the Horde get Goblins, who use Goblin models. And the lore of both these races is not the same thing as the Blood Elf lore from Burning Crusade, or the Goblin lore mostly introduced in Cataclysm. It's using the pre-expansions Warcraft 3 and Vanilla era lore for both of these groups. Obviously the High Elves are in the Alliance and the Goblins are in the Horde. I'm playing as a Gnome, to be specific, you might be able to tell, named Snubbi. And I'm playing as a Gnome Hunter, which isn't something you can normally do in Vanilla WoW, but it is, as far as I'm aware and as far as Turtle WoW thinks, lore appropriate to the setting for gnomes to be able to be hunters. And I thought that'd be kind of fun because the whole sort of goofy name idea for this character is Snubby, like a snub nose gun, because gnome hunters use guns, and so, like a small gun. Snubby, she's a small hunter, he uses a gun. Yeah, that's as far as that idea went in terms of creativeness, but whatever the case, we're playing as Snubby, the hunter, and there's more to this playthrough than just, it's a cool setting, it's a cool scenario, it's a cool server to show off, stories that I want to share with all of you, and get you kind of wrapped up in my nostalgia. There's another layer to this too, because I'm not just playing Turtle WoW, I am playing Turtle WoW with hardcore mode enabled, and hardcore mode is an opt-in system in Turtle WoW. A lot of private servers, and actually the classic servers are going to have this too pretty soon. They have this idea where you can opt into this, where you basically enable mortality for your own character. So normally in World of Warcraft when you die, you can easily resurrect yourself and keep playing with the same character. With hardcore mode enabled, that's not the case. If I die a single time, the character is lost forever. I can never revive the character. I basically have to delete and start over. And what I want to do is actually play through this server in hardcore mode, because that's going to immerse me in this world a lot more if I'm actually afraid of dying. And in Vanilla WoW, death is honestly kind of easy to stumble into if you're not paying attention. In Retail WoW, you have to go out of your way to die outside of raids, but in Vanilla WoW, you literally, like, a single enemy can take you out if you're not careful. And I think this is going to make playing as Snubby the Gnome Hunter even more immersive, because one wrong move, one wrong decision on who to pull in what way could be the end of Snubby's adventure, and I don't want that to happen. So this is going to immerse me in this experience quite a bit. I'm not going to play with PvP enabled, because I know some of you are going to ask about that. No way. Having PvP enabled when you're in hardcore mode is an extreme risk that doesn't really have any reward. I'm not really a big PvPer anyways for the classic stuff, so no PvP mode for Snubby. But we will be playing with two other in-game challenge run options that you can get at the start. One of them removes rested XP, and the other one halves your creature kill XP, but doubles your weapon skill gain, which is honestly, I think, a really good trade-off that I would probably go for anyways. So this is going to be, essentially, in summary, a hardcore Iron Man one life only run of the Classic plus Vanilla plus expanded original Warcraft 3 WoW Vanilla lore private server Turtle WoW as Snubby the Gnome Hunter. So hopefully you all wrote that down, because there will be a test later. But anyways, in terms of her appearance, I just gave her kind of a haggard look, because I think she's going to be stressed out on her adventure, so she's got some gray hair, kind of raggedy, but a youthful face, because, I have to look at this character all day, so I may as well not be disgusted. Gnomes in this game, especially with the older graphics, do look a little unnerving, because they're just very, 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 very short little people. But I guess that's the idea of gnomes in fantasy, so it is what it is. With that all being said, let's go ahead and get started here. I should also note one more thing. This is a pretty active server with a lot of people on it, so there may be some technical problems here or there. If the server boots me, I'm just going to log back on. Shouldn't be the end of the world, so we'll see if I get on in one try. It doesn't always happen, but once you get on, you're usually able to stay on the server pretty consistently. Let's see if I get it. I got it.
The eccentric, often brilliant gnomes are held as one of the most peculiar races of the world. With their obsession for developing radical new technologies and constructing marvels of mind-bending engineering, it's a wonder that any gnomes have survived to proliferate. Over the years, the gnomes have contributed ingenious weapons to aid the Grand Alliance in its fierce battles against the Horde. Thriving within the wondrous techno-city of Gnomeregan, the gnomes shared the resources of the forested Umora peaks with their dwarven cousins. Yet recently, a barbaric menace rose up from the bowels of the earth and invaded Gnomeregan. Aided by their dwarven allies, the gnomes fought a valiant battle to save their beloved city. Nevertheless, Gnomeregan was irrevocably lost. The surviving gnomes fled to the safety of the dwarven stronghold of Ironforge. There they remained, devising strategies to retake their city. As a gnome of proud standing, it falls to you to answer the challenge and lead your curious people to a brighter future.
Alright, here we are in the world of Warcraft with a visible breath in the snow area, which is such a nice detail. Even though this game and what we're playing is essentially a 2004 game, more or less, given that it's based on that engine, there is so much attention to detail that old Blizzard really put in. You can tell it was a labor of love at the time. Whether or not modern WoW is given that same attention to detail in a lot of ways is up for debate, but I'm not just going to complain about modern WoW forever here. Here we are, and I forgot to mention this actually because there was just so much to mention, but I'm also playing with 2 add-ons as well, on top of everything else. The first add-on, you can sort of tell already, is a nameplate replacer, so the nameplates are the things that pop up from enemies, and it's not a huge change, and it doesn't really give me any advantage, it's just for graphical clarity, as regular nameplates in this game are a little glitchy and kind of too large. They kind of fill up the screen, so it just looks a bit nicer. It's a very, very minor change. One thing that does happen because of this add-on is there's constant nameplate deselection noises. As I move the camera around, I'm going to try to select my own character a lot of the time so that doesn't happen. That seems to fix the problem. If I can figure out a fix for it later on, I will. But it doesn't bother me too much, honestly. If it bothers you, sorry. But the other thing that I have for this playthrough, because it's very funny, is a mod that gives all of the quest givers AI-generated voice lines. Normally this game doesn't really have any voice acting, aside from NPCs just kind of reading you. Most of the quests are in text form. But with this mod, some very questionable AI performances are added in, and they're honestly more funny than not, so I think it's worth it to throw this in here just for added comedic effect. So, for example, let's go ahead and talk to Sten Stoutarm, the dwarf character here. And by the way, I'm playing as a gnome, but in this game, gnomes and dwarfs, or I should say dwarves, let's not use the Warhammer, the Warhammer version. Gnomes and dwarves are, they share a starting zone because their races are really connected. So, let's talk to Sten Stoutarm.
Ah, well, aren't you a sturdy-looking one? Perhaps you can assist me with a thing or two. Not much help around here except for green apprentices, and they've other things to worry about.
Yeah, so the voice acting here, obviously it's not a person voice acting, it's an AI-generated thing. And not every line is voice acted. It's a little weird, but basically when you talk to somebody the first time and when you turn in a quest, or when you accept a quest, those parts are AI voice acted, but sometimes they'll have like text that isn't voice acted. It's a little random when the voice acting pops in, so it's kind of like a fun surprise when the voice acting pops in, but it really adds a lot of character, especially with races like dwarves that are supposed to have accents, and the AI voice doesn't do the accents very consistently, which makes it much funnier, to be fully honest. So let's go ahead and talk to Sten Stoutarm here and see what he has to say to us here. Dwarven Outfitters.
What do we have here? You look as though you might need something to keep your hands warm, HM. I'll tell you what would help. A pair of nice warm gloves.
HM?
And being the kind soul that I am, I'd be more than happy to provide you with a suitable pair. I've one condition, however. I need you to go get me some wolf meat. Nice arrangement, HM.
HM?
You bring me some wolf meat, and I'll make sure you don't lose any digits to frostbite. Well, what do you say?
Sounds great. HM. Okay, so he wants us to get 8 pieces of tough wolf meat. And yeah, you know, quests like this are memed on now, but honestly, get ready for quests like this, because classic WoW quest-like design, not the most innovative in the universe. So lots of gathering pieces of animals to bring to people. That's going to be a big recurring thing, to be sure. Let's go ahead and grab this.
Watch your back.
Right, here's another quest for me, too.
Well, aren't you a sturdy
I've heard that
looking
before,
one?
so let me...
Perhaps
Actually, before I do that, let me adjust the menu here, or adjust the mod slightly. Actually, I think I already did adjust this. Yeah. I think we're good to go. Okay.
Ah, well, I don't suppose you'd be willing to do a favour for me, lass? A stack of letters came through the pass today, but I don't have the time to send them along. They're all addressed to Talon Kenai. You can find him to the west down the road. He's set up camp next to the frozen lake. What do you say?
Sure.
Watch your back.
I'll do that. But yeah, the dwarves are supposed to have, like, the racial accent is Scottish, right? And the AI voice makes him sound very British, in my opinion. Like, maybe I'm just not super familiar with these accents to tell the difference, but they sound way more British than Scottish, which is very funny, because their whole aesthetic is they're like kind of Highlander Scots, and the way they sound, it sounds like I'm talking to a guy in a pub in London. But whatever the case, here we are in Coldridge Valley. This is the starting area of gnomes and dwarfs, and we're here, or dwarves rather. We're here in Dunmoreau, which is our starting zone. This is a pretty big game, you may have heard. Here is the Eastern Kingdoms, and then here's the world map overall. There's a lot to do, a lot to explore, and although, you know, this is 2004, mid-2000s, so the actual game world is not super detailed, it's still quite impressive. And there's a lot of little details hidden around here and there, so it's going to be quite a long journey ahead of us. I hope a long journey, as I, of course, am playing with hardcore mode enabled, or I am about to be, as this character here, the Mysterious Stranger, is the hardcore mode enabler. We have to go complete his quest to turn on hardcore mode. We do want to do this now at the start, though, before the adventure begins, just so we can be sure that we are in the effective hardcore mode for all the substantive stuff to follow. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy. Alright. Another one. Very well. You seek to prove yourself to your people, no? To rise above all others as the strongest, no? To leave behind a legacy of courage and heroism, rather than to fade from history as yet another wanderer of no consequence, no? I have your attention, do I? I have just the offer for you, then. I will grant you the opportunity to become immortal, should you prevail over death in your journey for glory. However, if you die, you shall not return. Your soul shall be forever severed from your body. This offer I extend to you only here and now. There is no second chance should you refuse my deal. So yeah, so what he's talking about, I forgot to mention this earlier, if you hit the level cap to level 60, I believe what happens is that you regain the ability to resurrect, so that you can sort of play as an endgame character without being afraid of dying, or you can, I think, alternatively, keep your mortality in exchange for even further rewards and getting access to like unique mounts and other stuff to show that you're a badass. But yeah, if we do this quest, we have to complete the quest to become mortal. We have one life. We can only trade and group up with other people who are also mortal. And so on the server, when you first make your character, you're all joined into the Newcomers Guild, so that there's a guild chat with people to give like advice and whatnot. But when you start the hardcore mode, which again is optional, you are put into the Still Alive Guild, which is the hardcore guild. It's a cross-faction guild of everyone on the server who's doing hardcore mode, and you're only allowed to do trading and grouping with other hardcore-enabled characters. And this way, you have a giant group of hundreds of people doing the mode with you that you can group with for the large numbers of quests in Vanilla WoW that really do need a group when you get to them. So we are going to go ahead and enable hardcore mode. What would misery, frustration, and pain bring you? Fame? Glory? I have to voice act this guy because he does not have the AI-generated voice, because he is not from the original game, obviously. Well then, have you decided, Hunter? Do you have what it takes to become immortal? Once you start walking this path, you will not be able to abandon it. It will forever dominate your destiny. Only those who follow the same path will be of aid to you. No mail will ever bring you good news. No auction will take your money. Very well, should you die, your soul will forever be mine. If you survive the trials ahead, we shall meet again one day. So we're going to learn hardcore, which oddly has a 100-yard range. Don't know what that's about, but upon death, your spirit is lost to the twisting nether, unable to ever return to the material plane. Here we go. We are now Snubbi in the guild Stay Alive, so we've switched over to that guild. And yeah, that is that. We are now on hardcore mode, which is going to really define the gameplay of this playthrough in a lot of ways. Right, now we also do have a ammo pouch, which does have some light shots in it, so that's pretty good. I should talk for a second about being a hunter, because that is my class, and it really, in this game, your class is the main thing that really defines your experience. The idea with hunters is that you wear medium armor, and you have a lot of abilities that are kind of actually appropriate for a hardcore style playthrough, because you have a lot of abilities that let you track enemy beasts. You can make traps. You can escape from areas with sort of agile maneuvers and sort of parkour almost. You can also tame animals and have them as pets and companions. You can use ranged weapons. Other classes can sometimes use ranged weapons, but hunters are really designed around ranged weapons. So you really get this playstyle as a hunter where you really control the environment around you using traps and sort of trickery and using animal pets and companions to do the fighting for you while you hang back and fire from behind. Now, gnomes and dwarves are great at using guns, and so we are starting off with a gun. Skills-wise, we have guns, and actually not bows or crossbows. We don't even have the other kinds of ranged weapons learned about at the start. So the weapon skills that we have here are the only kinds of weapons we can use at the minute. So axes, daggers, and guns, and I guess unarmed as well, technically. And then the defense skill is not really a weapon skill, but you get the idea. And we start off equipped with a worn dagger, which is obviously not very strong, but it's a start, and an old blunderbuss. So let me go ahead and adjust my bar here. I've also got to do one quick thing in my interface. This is the old-ass interface. Turn on my left and right action bars. All right, I've already set up my keybinds ahead of time, so in terms of abilities, let me go over my abilities to start off. And a lot of this playthrough will be about the RPG elements of WoW, which in this server are going to matter a lot more, and in this challenge are going to matter a lot more. So let me go through all my spellbook first of all. So first of all, I have the auto attack system, which I'm not going to need on my bar because I can just do it with the clicking. I have a 10% chance to dodge passively at the minute. I also have engineering specialization. This is a gnome thing, because gnomes are great engineers. I will be picking up mining and engineering, mostly to be able to craft myself guns, because guns are not super common, and since guns will be the main part of my DPS in combat, and not having enough DPS means I die and the playthrough ends, having the best guns possible matters a lot. It was a big toss-up between engineering, because also engineering gives you access to things like bombs and other kind of tools that can help you out and supplement your combat. It was a big toss-up, or a big kind of question between doing engineering or skinning and leatherworking, because as a hunter I wear leather armor. Later on I get access to mail armor, but leatherworking lets you make leather armor and then later mail armor. And ultimately I think that I can probably survive, given that I won't be taking a lot of damage myself, hopefully, once I have a pet to tank for me. So I think between the two of them I'd rather have better firearms and better tools like bombs and whatnot than engineering gives you. And as a gnome, it feels more appropriate to have an engineering specialization, as that is my racial trait. Now, gnomes also have a racial ability called Escape Artist, which is very good for this particular challenge. I'm going to put it back here on Shift back mouse button as the button. This basically is a 1 minute cooldown racial, which after half a second, I escape the effect of any immobilization or movement speed reducing effect, which is, if you've ever watched hardcore WoW playthroughs, either on regular classic WoW, or I guess retail WoW technically, or other private servers, a lot of the time people die because they get caught up in being stun-locked by a bunch of enemies, like dazing them in succession, and then they just can't move away fast enough. This gives us one, situational tool to get away from these movement-impairing effects, which will be, you never know when that's going to literally save our life, so we're going to be keeping that on the bar and accessible. You also have the Expansive Mind racial trait, because gnomes are very smart. We get 5% increased intelligence. As this is a pre-Cataclysm server, also there is a gnome on a fiery horse, which is very cool. That is the Fellsteed. That's a gnome warlock. That's the warlock mount. As this is a pre-Cataclysm gnome hunter, we actually have mana as a hunter, which was the way they did this. Also, there is a high elf over here. This game adds high elves and goblins as playable races for the Alliance and Horde, respectively, and the high elves obviously use the blood elf models. So yeah, that's the situation with that. Anyways, then we have the hardcore effect, obviously, enabled. So upon death, your spirit is lost, yada yada. Now, those are our general abilities. We're going to get more as we progress, but we also have marksmanship and survival. We have a third hunter tree called Beastmaster. We don't have access to it quite yet, but marksmanship gives us, at the minute, just auto shot. This allows us to auto attack at range. We can just do this using the mouse, so I don't need to put this on my bar. Survival gives us Raptor Strike, which is a melee ability that needs a melee weapon, so we should probably keep our dagger for that at the least. Increases melee damage by 5. And the way it works and I'm going to say classic WoW and like Turtle WoW, when I talk about gameplay, pretty interchangeably, because I'm not going to remember all the slight differences, but generally the Turtle WoW gameplay is mostly just based on classic WoW, so I can kind of talk about them at the same time pretty accurately. Basically, the idea here is that in classic WoW, in old school WoW, melee combat was really about queuing up abilities to trigger on an auto attack. It's not that you click the button and then you do the move. It's more that you are turning on the ability for your next auto attack to happen then. So for a modern retail player, old school WoW combat feels very slow and kind of like glitchy, because you're used to clicking an ability button and then the ability happens. In this older gameplay system, you queue up abilities to happen on your next auto attack. So auto attack is a much bigger part of the way your rotation works. In fact, you're sort of in a pre-rotation era of the gameplay, in all honesty, so that is something to note there. Also, I didn't note this, but I also have arcane resistance as a gnome, for what that's worth. It's not going to be a big deal, but it certainly doesn't hurt. And yeah, I think that's all I need to do to kind of explain our starting situation here. We've got a couple of quests to start with. So we need to go and deliver a stack of letters to this guy down the road next to the frozen lake, so we have to go find him. Of course, one thing I love about the older style here is that there's no quest markers on the map. You have to literally read the text or listen to the text. Yeah. He said this time, but the other time he was saying HM, so indeed. You have to read the text to see what's going on, so if you just are like zoning out and not paying attention, you're not going to know where on earth anybody is. It's not as brutal as an older game like Morrowind, but it's a similar kind of surprise for a newer player of the same franchise. And then this other quest here is to get 8 pieces of tough wolf meat. I think we can do this one first. I'm going to go ahead and track this one and get to it. So I'm going to practice and see how the ranged combat is. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to do one other thing really quick. This is going to seem a bit weird, but I'm going to see if I can sell my dagger and get at least 5 gold. Give me just a sec. 7 gold. I'm going to actually sell the dagger, which may seem like a very bad idea, but this is for a good reason. That's because I want to get those other challenges going before I get any experience. So this guy here, the Glyph Master, this character has a version in all the starting zones, and this is something added by Turtle WoW. And basically, you get access to these 3 glyphs that are extra challenge modes you can enable by buying them. They cost 5 copper each. And what I want to do is get the Glyph of the Turtle right now before I start getting any experience. I'm still at 0 out of 400, because this makes me get half experience from creature kills, and if I die, it's 5% experience loss. Obviously, on hardcore mode, that part doesn't matter anyways, because my character is over. But this reduces my XP gain from creatures by half. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. And what this now means is that I now have the slow and steady challenge in effect. So gain 50% fewer experience points from defeating creatures, and if I wasn't in hardcore mode, dying makes me lose 5% accumulated experience. And so this is mostly just to slow down the pace of the game. Honestly, Classic WoW doesn't have the over-leveling problems that Retail WoW does, but this gives me some insurance that I definitely won't be over-leveling, and it'll make the world feel even more brutal and hardcore to have this in effect as well. And I also will be getting, once I have a bit more money, the Glyph of Exhaustion, which prevents me from gaining rest experience, but lets me gain weapon experience at a double rate. Actually, I might be able to sell my clothes to get a little bit more money. Let me temporarily, oh my gosh, it's only 1 gold, or 1 copper, I mean. What about the pants? Only 1 copper. How about the boots? Only 1 copper, yeah. So I'm not going to sell my gun, obviously, because we can't get another gun very easily, so we're going to keep our clothes on, thankfully. I'm sure everyone's appreciative of that. Going to keep our gun. So we'll go and we'll buy the Glyph of Exhaustion in a sec. It's not going to matter that we can't get this at the very start, but I wanted to get Glyph of the Turtle before I got any experience at all, just to be fair to the idea of Glyph of the Turtle. So now we can start the actual quest here, and let's get to it. So, let me think about this. I'm going to put the auto attack fire on the bar just so I can see when I'm in range, because I can't see. Does it not automatically go? I may have to click it.
I need to target something first.
There we go. Okay, I guess I'm close enough now. Snubby's gonna start taking shots. Alright. And we do actually use up ammo, which is nice to see, let's just say. Later version of the game didn't really keep that feature, but that's going to add to the hardcore experience. I think engineers can craft ammo, which is cool. Maybe even unique kinds of ammo, like explosive ammo. That would be pretty sweet. Right, can I auto attack with the gun? Is that allowed? Do I have to actually have to click the fire button each time? Alright, I think I do. We can work around that, that's fine. And then once he gets in melee, I have to just fight him with my bare hands. That's okay though. Snubby's gonna throw some haymakers there. The gnome unarmed combat animation is pretty goofy, but fortunately we can fire it pretty far at pretty distant range. Let's see here. There we go. The guard may also attack this wolf as he arrives, but I think we'll probably be fine. Punch the dog. Alright. Good stuff. And once I have a bit more money, I should be able to repurchase my dagger, or buy a new dagger, or any kind of weapon that I'm allowed to use. We just need 5 more ragged wolf meat, so we keep shooting. Oh, I guess he got a little bit too close. Let's remember that if I die a single time, that's it for the playthrough, so even these early fights are a little risky, since I don't have a melee weapon. I have to just kind of punch away. Fortunately, these guys drop a lot of trash items, which we can sell for vendor money, which, in this playthrough, every copper matters, because we are so strapped for cash. I mean, we are also literally strapped, and our name, you know, is a reference to that, but... yeah. I also don't think I can safely, like, back up and get more range to fire. I don't know, I have to practice that a little bit, maybe with a slightly less dangerous enemy, although this is probably the least dangerous I'm ever going to see in the playthrough. We shall see. Alright, and there's also other players running around doing stuff as well, so we're just gonna try to ignore them. I will situationally group up with other hardcore players, because something, I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but hardcore players can only group or trade with other hardcore players, and I'm now in the guild Still Alive, which is, hello there, which is a hardcore player-only guild that all the hardcore players enter automatically when you join hardcore mode. And this way we actually have a full guild of hundreds of people. You can see here the guild size is 650 people, who we can you know, talk to and get help from for hard requests. And the community on the server seems really great. Like, they're really genuine. Everyone doing the hardcore mode is really, like, supportive of each other, and people put in chat, you know, they make messages whenever someone dies, because you get a server-wide announcement, or when someone reaches a level milestone. People hitting 60 in hardcore mode is a huge deal, and everyone kind of celebrates, so it's a pretty cool little experience, which retail WoW doesn't really have consistently. Some guilds in retail WoW are really great, but not all of them, and it's nice to find a server community that seems really, really into that kind of stuff, you know, so, yeah. Let's just kill these wolves. So far, things are looking pretty good, but the difficulty curve will hit us like a truck real soon, especially if we don't have any weapons. Really the big thing, and I think it's level 10 in Classic, but being able to train an animal as our pet puts, you know, probably every animal we'll train will be larger than us, so it puts a larger animal than ourselves in between us and violent opponent mobs. So that will be quite a huge relief, honestly. And then we can just shoot freely from the back, which is going to give us the highest chance of surviving this playthrough. Fortunately, this tough wolf meat seems to be about 100% drop rate, which is not the most common thing in Classic WoW, so that's a relief at least. Some of these later quests with the drop rates will feel a little unfair, also that was not a lot of damage at all. But we should be okay, as long as I just keep the punches going. We're not wearing a lot of armor either at the minute, and as a hunter we can currently wear leather armor. And then later on we can get access to mail armor, I believe, once we hit, I think, level 40. Leatherworking, incidentally, as a profession, starts off with leather armor, then you can make mail armor later. But I'm going to do mining engineering to lean into the engineering fantasy of being a gnome, and being able to make guns, obviously, like I said earlier, is pretty great. So I certainly want to get access to that. Hold on. Alright, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and turn this question and hear what Sten Stoutarm has to say about that.
Ah, well, aren't you a sturdy-looking one?
He has nothing to say, okay. So this is a situation where the AI voice thing doesn't say anything, is when you're turning in the quest. Until you click continue and sort of finish the quest, then there's voice acting. Wolves giving you a bit of trouble? You do well to avoid the fangs and claws and other sharp bits, yes?
Ah, wonderful. The wolf meat should do nicely. Oh, don't worry, adventurer, I wouldn't forget my part of the bargain. Here, one of these should fit you.
He says frantically. Alright, wolf handler gloves. Sounds good to me. Thanks, Sten. Throw these on. There we go. Yeah, look at that.
Ah,
How are
Well,
you?
aren't you? While you were helping me out, this rune was given to me to pass on to you. Take some time to read it when you have a chance. I'm thinking it came from the hunter trainer Thorgus. Take a gander at it and go find him inside Anvilmar when you've a chance.
Take a gander at it. Alright,
Safe
let's go talk to the hunter trainer. Yeah, now that actually we're not level 2 quite yet, but every 2 levels starting at level 2, you can train new abilities at your class trainers, and this is an enormous money sink. Like, it's extremely expensive for a solo player to keep all your abilities up to par if you're just doing quests, right? So we may have to do a little bit of grinding here or there to make some more money to just buy our spells, which is such a far cry from the current game. I don't even know if you need to buy spells in the current game in retail. I think you may just get them for free. I don't know. Anyways, Belir Frosthammer, what do you have to say?
I hope you're here to lend us a hand, adventurer. After the last Trog attack, we could use all the help we can get. I hear the buggers have been popping up all across the lands, and it seems Coldridge Valley is no exception. They've been spotted all over the hills to the southeast and near the frozen lake. And that's not all. Just a few nights ago, they attacked and overran our camp to the west. We're a bit short-handed here, lass, and we need strong arms to help drive the Trogs back.
Alright. Sounds pretty doable. Let's accept that quest. But first, let's go over and, actually, let me think about this, actually. I need 60 XP. What does this hunter quest give me? What does it say? Let's go and see if I get the XP I need from turning in that hunter quest, because I would like to just level up to level 2, if possible. But, we can at least, we have a few more quests to attend to. Also, in Classic, quest tracking is very weird, and many quests won't track, and the ones that do track often untrack themselves, or you can only track some of them at a time. It's really kind of random, and one of those UI things that I wish was updated, but whatever.
What can I do for ye?
The phonetic, like, spelling is meant to be Scottish, but listen to the voice acting.
What can I do for ye?
What can I do for you? Alright, I have to read this part myself. You made it! Good to hear. Bet you didn't have to track me to find the place either. Haha! Yeah, because tracking is a hunter spell. Actually, I didn't even read the thing. Let me do that. Tamer of Beasts, Master Marksman, Proven Tracker. What else do you want to accomplish in this lifetime? All those things combined take quite a bit of intelligence and a great deal of patience. The path of the hunter ain't an easy one, that's for sure. You're gonna need lots of training if you want to be as good as even our lowest ranking rifleman, but that's why I'm here. Come find me inside Anvilmar, overlooking Coldridge Valley. I'll be waiting. Thorgus, Grimson, Hunter Trainer. Okay. What can I do for you? Alright, our profession is pretty steep in tradition, Snubbi. Learning the ways of the land, learning to track a bear through the mountains, even just surviving on wits alone takes a great deal of courage and cunning. Think you're capable? Can't say I'm sure you've got what it takes. A Gnome Hunter, eh? I can see you're determined to succeed and put your own twist on the profession, though, so who am I to stop you? I wonder if this is added by Turtle WoW, because in normal vanilla, which is the client that this is using as a base, gnomes can't normally be hunters, so his, like, surprise at a gnome hunter is actually kind of lore appropriate. Interesting.
One thing you should always remember is that you've got to respect the world you're living in. The beasts that choose to fight alongside you. The shine of your weapon, the weight of your ammo, the bite of a bitter wind, all these things you need to know intimately. I'll do what I can to help you, but most of the work's up to you. Anytime you think you're ready, come back and talk to me. I'll train you when I can.
Delivery. The shine of your weapon, the weight of your ammo. Also notice, so there is actually new text here, because he didn't read this part. Fixated as the gnomes may be on technology and machinery, you never forget the respect for nature. So yeah, so there actually is, like, see what I said earlier about Turtle WoW, like, integrating new stuff into the existing content really seamlessly? Without this AI thing, which isn't trained to use the Turtle WoW text, it uses the vanilla text, I wouldn't have even noticed that this was not part of the stuff originally. So yeah, this is a great, like, showing of what I was talking about earlier. But, can I hear his delivery of this part again? That was really funny.
What can I do for you? One thing you should always remember is that you've got to respect the world you're living in. The beasts that choose to fight alongside you. The shine of your weapon, the weight of your ammo, the bite of a bitter wind, all these things you need to know intimately.
The shine of your weapon, the weight of your ammo, he says. frantically.
See you soon.
It's really funny. Alright. I'm still level 1, so also that's 50 copper to buy that aspect of the monkey spell, so I have to wait on that anyways. But I can sell some of my junk that I have to somebody here. Maybe this guy. Hello. Oh yeah, I have enough now. I just have to get a level up to get what I need, so we will come back to the trainer in a minute. You have to do a quest. I may actually come back after I get enough XP, just so I can get the aspect learned, but yeah, this is going to be a fun playthrough. I think the AI voice text thing, it's a little distracting. If you're just trying to be like truly fully immersed, it's probably better just to read it in your own head, but it honestly makes like stopping to like hear out the quest text so much more fun, because it's usually pretty good, but sometimes it's a little not quite good, which is really funny. Alright, so we're still knifeless, so we're gonna have to make do with no melee weapons at all, which means no raptor strike instantly, so let's get to strapping. That's not a lot of damage on this guy. One more shot. Okay, we gotta punch this guy to death now. I might have been able to buy a weapon, actually, with my copper that I have. Oh well, we'll worry about that in a minute. Fortunately, he doesn't do that much damage, so we can just punch him to death as he punches us to death. Look at that dodging there. Snubbi is an agile little gal. Here we go, level 2. Also, leveling up does completely fill all your resources immediately, so that is a possible survival strategy for tough quests. We can come back when we're near a level up and then get the level up boost. And I think I do want to go back in. I'm going to see if I can buy a weapon with my current money, because at this point, given that I have to, I'm taking the trogs down to about half health before they come too close within range. It may be good to have a weapon, at least so I can use Raptor Strike. Let us see, though. So I know that it was 50 copper to buy Aspect of the Monkey.
What can I do for you?
So I can actually use axes or daggers. Let me look at my weapon skills again. As a gnome, I get, and every race and class combination has its own set of usable weapon skills. You can learn more later on, but it's very expensive to learn more, so we can't do it for a while. Axes, daggers, and unarmed. So I think axe is probably what I want for melee. Actually, yeah, this is a much, much better, yeah. Damage is higher, and the speed is higher. Normally daggers are faster, but this is a fast axe here. It is more expensive, so I guess that makes sense. We're gonna buy... Oh, I don't have enough. Shoot. I don't know which early quests give me a weapon. Maybe I can get away, actually, with not buying a weapon at all, and wait for a quest that gives me a weapon. A little bit risky, but... You know what, the early game is going to be the easiest part of the playthrough, so let's make it a little bit more interesting by not buying, which means I can buy Aspect of the Monkey, actually, so let me run back over. Let's run over. Also, a fun part about playing a gnome is that the camera can't zoom out as far as you might think, because the camera tries to treat your character model as having the same screen take-up space as like a larger model for other races. So you really do feel very small. Like if I zoom into first person here, you just get a sense of, like, this is a dwarf, right? And he, like, towers over me. So, yeah.
What can I do for you?
What can I do for you? Alright, we also got Track Beast. I totally forgot about that. We can actually get both of them. Actually, Aspect of the Monkey is level 4. What am I talking about? I need to turn on... There we go. Track Beast. Okay, there we go. Still, yeah, worthwhile for sure to get that. I think we have to do it through here. There we go. Can I move it? No, it's just over there. Let's move that out of the way. Alright, Track Beast is in effect. This means that beasts, like beast-type enemies, will show up on the map. Actually very useful, and you can see them all on the map here. It may be a little overwhelming at first, and I may want to actually zoom in my map slightly to... Actually, I think I'll keep it zoomed out, because I want to be able to see the quest recipients from further away. So yeah, it's dancing. Mustacho. Yeah, look at those moves. Alright. Okay, so we need to kill some more Rockjaw Trogs and burly Rockjaw Trogs. I think I can probably get away with this without getting a melee weapon. They may drop a weapon as well. The fact that I'm not sure I want to buy, like, a level 1 weapon is, like, such a great sign of how this playthrough is going to feel different from a regular World of Warcraft playthrough. Like, this is some hardcore stuff right here. Alright, let's get to shooting. Also keep an eye on our ammo count. We still have 170 ammo, but it will decline real fast if we're just never replenishing it, so gotta remember that. And having a, we can put ammo in regular bags to save on bag space, but having a regular ammo pouch does increase our range attack speed, which is actually kind of important. I don't want to lose the 10% attack speed for my gun ever, so if we can actually keep the ammo pouch situation in effect, that's probably when we need it. We may even get access to other kinds of ammo pouches, maybe from, we can maybe have a hardcore tailorer, because we can't use the auction house on hardcore normally. Maybe a hardcore player that does tailoring can make us one, or we can find one in the world, or buy one from a vendor. We'll have to figure that out, but yeah. I don't think we need to stock ahead of time on bullets, but you never know. Maybe we'll get some sort of machine gun style gun with really fast attack speed. We shall see. I don't know the difference between the burly rockjaw trogs and the regular rockjaw trogs. They seem to both be around the same level as each other, so it may just be a matter of skill. The burly guys are taller than me, and I think the regular ones might also be a bit taller than me. Basically, everybody in the World of Warcraft is taller than gnomes. So we're... Oh, God, I attacked him at real close range. That was not the smartest move. Fortunately, this guy's level 1, so I'm not too scared of him, but that could have been a game-ending mistake if I was attacking somebody a bit more dangerous. Whew. Alright. So far, so good. I have no idea if the playthrough feels like well-paced so far, because I'm just, you know, not really doing anything too interesting quite yet, but I find this really relaxing. I remember when I was a kid, I would watch these like long-form WoW playthroughs of, at the time, Burning Crusade was the most recent expansion, and I got lost in those for hours. And it's just kind of peaceful, you know. The snowfall is really heavy, and the old engine kind of chill vibes, you know. Literally chill vibes. We're in the snow. Alright. May need to start backing up a bit further before... Can I back up and fire? If I time it exactly right, maybe. I don't have any add-on to help me time that. I might need to get an add-on to help me do that, because being able to back up as I get another shot off would really help out. Although once I have an actual weapon, this won't be quite as dire. I'm just punching this guy to death. Alright, okay. We can shoot from this far away, actually. 35-yard range, yeah, that's pretty far. Good stuff.
I need a target.
Alright, a little bit closer. Maybe get that guy before he even gets here. Nope. No. Once they get within 5 yards, as you see, it's 8 to 35. Once they get within 8 yards, the auto attack just stops happening. So we have to be aware of that. Alright, here we go. Smack this guy up. Okay, you're in the snowy Dunmorrow cold. This is really relaxing. Hopefully all of you are finding this enjoyable. I'm really enjoying it so far. Maybe the only one that watches this series will be me rewatching it. That's okay though. This is about the journey more than anything, so I'm curious to see how far I can get. Hopefully to level 60 in Immortality with Snubbi. She deserves it, I think. She seems like she's already suffered some real experiences on the journey so far from the gray hair, but yeah, we'll see. There's a good chance that I will die and the playthrough will end abruptly, because that is a hardcore WoW for you. Every enemy in the game can kill you if you're not careful, so you really do need to know what you're doing and come prepared with the right tools. I'm definitely going to do mining and engineering so I can have some get-out-of-jail-free items, if possible. Some bombs could really help my DPS. Maybe some other items that can help me get away fast. I don't remember what vanilla engineering had, but we'll see what's in the server, because Total WoW adds a lot of stuff to the game as well. Again, that's all consistent with the tone of things. Alright, I need one more burly guy. I mean, that as well, but I need one more burly trog, in specific, burly rockjaw trog. There's got to be one around here somewhere, right? There we go. I think they're a little bit bigger. That's the difference I can tell. Alright, we're at maximum range. I can't tell if I'm canceling my own animation. I think if I time it like this, where I back up and then I stop, I have to practice a little bit more, but we'll have plenty of time to practice that. It may be a matter of life and death that we practice that, though, so let's definitely make sure about that. Also, here's something that might help with that glitch with the sound. Can I turn on sticky targeting in this old-ass interface? Yeah, I can. Okay. Now, I don't normally play with sticky targeting, but this should fix the glitch where there's a target deselect sound whenever I move the camera, which is going to cause someone to have a headache, that someone being me.
If the problems we've had here are indicative of what is happening elsewhere in our lands, by Magni's beard, we have some troubles ahead of us. I can only hope that the King and Senate are taking steps to deal with the threat the trolls pose.
Okay, that was a pretty good read by the AI. I'm going to grab the back, because I already have some boots on that I picked up that are giving me some armor. So this is less armor than the boots, but it's more armor additively to my character, which is actually kind of important at the minute.
See you soon.
Alright. Our first cloak. Very good. Yeah, look at that. Okay, and then I don't think I have the Glyph of Exhaustion. So let me get the Glyph of Exhaustion now. I could have gotten this actually a little bit earlier, and I totally forgot about that, but forgetting about this only made things harder for me because I didn't get weapon skill as fast. But my weapon skill, the way weapon skill works, by the way, is it has a cap that increases by 5 every level up. So at level 2, the cap is 10. So whenever you first level up, you basically re-skill up all of your current weapons to the max. And if you ever... So later on in your adventure, when you're a really high level, if you pick up a weapon type that you can use for the first time and you start using that weapon, it has to go really far. But at the start of the game, all of your skills are relatively close to the max already, if that makes sense. So we're going to grab this and enable it.
Get her back.
There we go. So, Exhaustion no longer gains rested experience, but the trade-off is that I get double weapon skill increases. So that's the idea with that. That's actually a trade-off that I would go for even if this wasn't a hardcore playthrough, because I think weapon skill is irritating to raise, and I actually like not having to worry about min-maxing rested experience, which is actually a part of the meta for hardcore playthroughs on the classic servers. And maybe on the server too for people that aren't doing the other thing. Anyways, what am I doing back here? Oh, you know, I need to go to the lake to deliver the letters to that guy. Talon Kenai. Let's head that direction. Lake is over there, so I guess we... actually, the quest probably tells me as well. West down the road. Alright, so this is the road in question. It really does feel very blizzardy, you know, both literally and also... that's a double meaning pun there. But the blizzard in the zone feels very blizzardy. The weather effects of old WoW were, for some reason, more impressive than modern day WoW weather effects. Is one of the weird things about modern WoW that I never understood, because they certainly have the engine ability now to process like giant snowstorms and huge like rainstorms, but that's just not really how the zones look anymore. They're all very pristine and very colorful and very clean, and old WoW has this kind of gritty, grimier vibe to it. Not as much as some other settings, but definitely more than modern WoW, to be sure. Greetings, Hunter. A fine day for hunting, wouldn't you say? I've been having more than a little luck with boars myself. Perhaps you'd like a shot. Alright. Yes, do you have something for me? I do, don't I?
Very good.
Well, hold on, wait. Do I not have this item? Where's the stack of letters? Alright, I don't know what happened here, but let me abandon the quest and retry that, because I don't have the item with me, and I'm not sure where it went. I think I may have sold the item by accident. I don't know. I didn't know you could do that with a quest item. Maybe that's a Turtle WoW thing. Let me just run back over and retake that quest. You can just pick up the quest a second time, so hopefully I didn't break my own game here. I don't even know how that happened. Snubby has been snubbed, one might say. Also, if you enjoy watching the back of the female gnome running animation, oh boy, you're gonna like this series, because we're going to be running around a lot. This game already in classic form had a lot of backtracking, and my challenge means that I will be running around extensively looking for quests and experience, so this is not the most streamlined playthrough awaiting us.
Ah, well, I don't suppose you'd be willing to do a favour for me, lass? A stack of letters came through the pass today, but I don't have the time to send them along. They're all addressed to Talon Kenai. You can find him to the west down the road. He's set up camp next to the frozen lake. What do you say?
Yeah, of course. Also just...
Safe travel.
There we go, now we have it. Did I sell that? I don't know what happened, but we have it now, so it works. I was just getting a Tic Tac, by the way. That's what that noise was. Opening my pill bottle to drown my sorrows with pills. No, it's just a Tic Tac. It is specifically a Big Berry Adventure flavored Tic Tac. Very good. But, yeah. Honestly, this game, with just the ambient sound, is really immersive, you know? Even with, like, thousands of animals all over the place around you, which isn't very realistic. You just kind of feel lost in this universe. Alright. Let us go talk to Talon Kenai. This time we have his letters. Bit of a false alarm earlier. So, whoops, my mistake. Let me just go run over and grab those. Okay.
Pay attention. Thank you. I've been waiting for these letters for quite some time. Unfortunately, these letters aren't all for me. This one is addressed to Grelin Whitebeard. He's not too far away if you'd like to deliver it to him.
The way the AI said that name was very sarcastic. Grelin Whitebeard. I don't know if anyone else gets a kick out of the AI voices, but I really, really like it.
If I remember correctly, Grelin's camp is down the road to the southeast. No doubt he'll be eager to get his mail.
Okay.
With you. Nothing like a day of boar hunting, eh? Though here in Coldridge Valley there are so many boars it almost takes the fun out of it. No need to get them charging. They're all angry and ready without any help. In fact, recently there have been so many boars in the area, it's become dangerous for me to do my daily hunting. Long story short, if you could help me kill some of the boars, I would appreciate it.
Gives us some new pants, so yeah, definitely. And, let me go find this guy in case he has a quest that gives me a weapon, because I kind of need that down the road to the southeast. I think this camp is destroyed, but I don't remember, so let me go see exactly what the state is of this camp. Whew, alright. The AI voice acting is, it's just... No, it's not destroyed. I think it's destroyed in Cataclysm Onward, but no, it's not destroyed in this timeline. More voice acting awaits.
What can I do for you?
Greetings, lass. I'm Grelin Whitebeard. I'm here to examine the threat posed by the growing number of trolls in Coldridge Valley. What have I found? It's a bit troubling. Is there something I can help you with?
Ah, excellent. It's been a while since I received word from Ironforge.
Actually, I'm going to read his mail before I give it to him, because the Snubby is a nosy little gal. Grelin, my time is short and many matters press on my time. This needed a second draft, my dude. And I hope that your investigation of the trolls will not be one of them. Therefore, I will allow you to use my authority in dealing with the trolls in whatever fashion you deem necessary. More so if you're able to find an expedient solution. Wow, okay, this letter said nothing. This letter said, I'm very busy. You should do a good job with the job you are currently doing. Go do it more. Like, what is Magni even telling this guy? Like, literally, I'm busy. I hope that you're not going to bother me with your work. I'm going to, I guess, give him more authority. Like, the king's... How is the king's authority going to, like, help Grelin out at all? And, okay, I don't know what's going on.
Ah, excellent. It's been a while since I received word from Ironforge.
Yes, this letter will clear up your mission extensively, my dude.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Oh, level 3. Good stuff.
My brother, Sanir, and I were sent to different parts of Dunmarok to investigate the threat posed by the trolls.
Dunmarok.
The Senate has its hands full with the trolls, so they've no need for further annoyances. From what I've seen, the trolls aren't well situated here in Coldridge Valley, mostly the southern cave. I'd say that the army will not be necessary. A few strong arms should be more than enough. Perhaps you'd like to assist in this endeavor. I have the authority to offer compensation for your help.
Both of these are worse than the axe I can buy, but they're both better than my hand, so... Okay, the question is, do I want to actually fight those trolls before getting the weapon? Because I'd have to do that to get the weapon from the quest. That's a tough call. Buying the axe would be safest, but if I fight them one at a time, I should be able to at least kill... Let's see, are they red? They are red, okay. Which means that they're aggressive. They'll... guys that are kind of yellow or gold color health bars are passive, and they won't attack you until you attack them. The red health bar guys, which is most guys after the starting area, will attack you if you come within range of them. And they'll also chain pull other guys near them, so... Given that we have ranged attacks as a hunter, I should be able to pull this off if I'm a little careful of my surroundings. Let's see, I need to kill troll whelps, so if I'm careful... Okay, one more shot. Oh, got one more shot off. Alright, 3 shots. Let's see how low our health gets from one fight. If we get to like half health or below, I'm not going to do this without a weapon, because that's the metric here. Because we're taking them to half health on their arrival to me. So you have to think about this like a strategy game when you're playing with these challenges. Okay, that's a basically 2/3 or 3/4 or 4/5 health from that. So I think we're okay, but I reserve the right to not do this quest right this second. The thing is, I get the weapon for free if I do this quest, and I think that the greed for that is going to drive me forward. There we go. Make sure that we always have something selected so we don't have the annoying noise. If I can fix that between sessions, I will, but I think I have a solution for now. Let's go as far back as we can, and then start moving back. Can we get a 4th? Oh, real close. That's right. He's below 50% health once he starts fighting us in melee, so we're okay. Unfortunately, at these very low, like below level 5, your health regen out of combat's really fast. After level 5, we're gonna probably need to have food with us, and I'll probably do cooking and fishing to get enough food for survival purposes and first aid. First aid, like as a hunter, we have no healing spells, or I don't think we have really any healing spells. Maybe there's a spell or talent that gives us some healing somewhere, but we don't really have healing spells as a hunter for ourselves, and so having first aid for between fight healing is going to be pretty important later on. Not to mention, obviously, food helps with that as well. But first aid's a lot easier to get, because you get more linen than you find like food items in the world, or you find ingredients in the world. Actually, that guy might have been a little on the close side, but we should be able to get at least 3 shots off. Oh, it's real close. At maximum range, I might be able to squeeze off 4 shots, but it's a close call. That's right, we're able to take these fights pretty safely. I think I'm just going to do the Troll Cave quest and then get the weapon from that quest and save my money. Like, literally, like, I'd be spending 60% of my money, also we're missing a lot, if I bought the weapon, and I'd get an upgrade to the weapon pretty quick, so I really want to save my money. Like, I can't stress enough how important saving your money is in a playthrough like this. Alright, anything in here? I don't think so. I feel so small. Just a little gal. I don't think I've ever played a gnome female before. This is interesting. Not sure how I feel about it. I guess it's fine so far. These guys are troll... This guy's 4. Level 4. This should be doable. Let's go troll whelps is what I was trying to say. Back it up. Back it up. Come on, one more. Oh, he's just within range. It's hard to show you, or it's hard to tell exactly, but he was so close. One other problem we're going to have is we don't really have a great escape route if we get bad RNG and we just miss a bunch and they get a lot of crits. I don't really have like a movement booster yet. I do get one as a hunter later on. So I think disengage is in this game. I guess I don't know for sure. I sure hope so, but yeah, here we're like, you know, around 50% health now. So it might be that was the closest call yet. If the guy had gotten all crits back to back, which of course is just possible with RNG, we may have been in trouble there, so gotta be on the careful side. Maybe aiming for level 3 troll whelps might be a little bit safer. But at the minute it's just a lack of tools in our tool belt. That we're gonna get more of those as time goes on. Or if we pull more than one troll, if we're out of there, we've got to just start running at that point. And it's dangerous because these guys respawn around this area, so I need to pay attention to my surroundings pretty carefully. I'm going to wait for my health to be back up at about full, and then get to shooting. Oh, so close. If I back up a bit further each time, I might get the 4th shot off. And my gun does so much more damage than my fists, so I think it's worth trying out. I'm so excited to not be unarmed. We are raising our unarmed skill a bit, which isn't the worst thing. I think there are some quests that force you to fight like barehanded sometimes, so having some unarmed skill isn't the worst idea for a hardcore run. Each level up I might take my weapon off to do a little bit of unarmed training just for a sec to keep it the 5 more levels above, so that it's current with my max. But I'll figure out how I want to handle that. For now, it's not so much a choice as an obligation. Alright, this guy, let's see. Yeah, that's right, sticky targeting. Oh, so close for a 4th. That's fine, 3 is enough for what we need at the minute, as long as we're careful. Whew. Yeah, this really does feel very different from regular World of Warcraft, just mostly thanks to the hardcore thing. It just feels so much more intense. I have to be careful as well because although the way it works in this game is that enemy aggro is pretty player-based or party-based, another player nearby that dies, for example, could lead to the mobs that are on them targeting me in a position that I'm not expecting. But generally speaking, I think most other players will be stronger than me at the minute, so maybe it's not the worst thing to have another player nearby. Players will help each other out on the server pretty freely without too much concern. So it's a pretty friendly server, all things considered. I've been enjoying it a lot so far. Alright, let's punch this guy to death in the snow. Alright. Good stuff. And then... I don't know, is she still alive? What guild is she? She's newcomers. Yeah, so that character isn't in the hardcore guild, which means that I can't group with her, because she's not a hardcore player. So that is a bummer, but it is what it is. You can actually leave the guild as a hardcore player without any, problem, but, actually I don't think I was at full health or at full range when I did that, so that was a pretty dangerous pull. We'll see if there's some problem here. I need to ask that other gnome for help if things start to go wrong. We're okay. Oh, she did help. That's nice of her. Alright, that's gonna save our day here. Yeah. Oh, I literally stopped attacking. What am I doing? Throwing already. Let's run back over to the hills and rest up by the trogs. Or, I guess this is a boar, but... What was I saying? You can leave the Still Alive guilds and still be in hardcore mode, obviously, but it's just easier to stay in this guild and have that resource pool if you need to help to draw upon for helping you out. Alright. Make sure we get back up to full health and get back to shooting. We just need to get 4 more, which is at this point feeling pretty doable. Let's sweep back around to the south and shoot some more whelps closer to the quest giver. Making sure we don't accidentally run into any hostile enemies. That would be bad. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Oh, so close. He just runs a little too fast. So maybe there's some way to get off a 4th shot, but it seems like that's not going to be a reliable option at the minute. Once I have a pet, everything changes, because the pet will draw their aggro and hold them still far enough away for me to shoot continuously. Massive, massive power boost for hunters once you get your pet at level 10. We also have to figure out who we want to tame as a pet, because you can you actually pick like a mob in the world, a beast, to be your pet. You have to tame them, you have to like feed them and all that stuff. I think I like the way this cloak looks. They're actually the same effect. They're both 5 armor, and this probably sells for more because it's a white item, not a gray item. So I'll wear the lower quality item because it has the same armor effect and probably is worth less, or worth less. I should say. No, it's not worthless, but it's worth less. All right, here we go. 3 more, I believe.
I'm out of range. It's too far
Come on.
away.
I feel like we're so close to getting a 4th shot off, but not to be. Maybe engineers can create like slowing bullets. That'd be great if that's on the table for engineers. But I'll have to see what's possible with engineering. I actually don't even know if engineers can make bullets. I just assume they can, because I think they can make guns. We shall see. I haven't really done professions in classic WoW for a long time, so I don't remember who can do what. Alright, punch this guy to death. Okay, what do I need now? I need this guy, 2 more. Wait for my health to go back up a little bit. You never know when waiting 1 more tick of health recovery is what saves you from a bad series of enemy crits. Alright, here we go. Oh my gosh, that was really far away. He was still within 8 yards. 8 yards is a lot longer than you think, honestly. Oh my gosh, I'm so ready to stop punching enemies and get an actual weapon. The DPS boost is gonna feel crazy. I'm so ready for that. Oof. Oh my gosh. This is peak hardcore classic right here. Little gnome punching a troll for 5 minutes, getting down to half health, almost dying. Nothing beats this. Alright, we need 1 more guy, and we'll eventually get track humanoids that'll help us find enemies like this, but for now, we're gonna have to just rely on our eyesight. Hopefully these other guys don't grab the tag before I can get to it. We shall see. Yeah, and the way it works is that if another player that's not in your party attacks an enemy before you attack them, the enemy is like locked to them, so only they can loot them and get experience from them and quest progress and whatnot. Ooh, this might be a dangerous area to hang around. Those guys might all respawn suddenly. Let's keep a wide berth if we can. I don't know. I may have to back up over here. I just need 1 more, or 1 more. I need 3 more Frostmane troll whelps, so only a little bit further. Let's not play around here. I think there's a couple we can get over here. Compared to like Elwyn Forest or Durotar, this starting zone is pretty empty, even with like a number of players here. There's also new starting zones for the High Elf and Goblin playable races, which are pretty cool. I actually made a High Elf character first on the server, who died because it was a hardcore character. So I got a chance to check it out briefly. That was a... Why did I attack from this close? That was a mistake. I think we're okay though, because this guy's only level 3. I think we can just beat this guy to death before he beats me to death. He has the club and I don't have anything, so that's not great. We're getting critical punches with our little gal. So, I don't know, she can't even reach him from where she's standing. But I guess she's hitting him somehow. She's smacking his ankles with her fists. Ugh, I just saw that guy. Let us back out of there. That guy's level 4 as well. Yeah, that guy respawned. I'm just going to stand back here at like a great distance and fire at range. At maximum range, once my health gets a bit higher up. Once I get some like ranged abilities to like increase my DPS at range, that will be a game changer too. Ooh, if I don't move back, it's only 2 shots. That's good to know. I didn't realize that moving back was what let me get the 3rd shot off. Whew, glad I've been doing that. Could have been in much worse situations. Alright. Punch this guy to death. With very cute little... Look at her little dodge animation. That's kind of cute. I want to see it again, little dodge animation. It's very acrobatic. Her little... Hey! It's funny to watch. Do the little dodge. Come on, do it. Do it. It's so cute. Ah. Oh my gosh, alright. There's not much I can do in a fight like that. I just have to kind of wait. Because if I try to run away, I'll get dazed and probably critted 8 times in a row, so it's better just to commit to the fight once it starts. I'm not going to eat the jerky either. I want to sell the jerky, so I'm just going to heal without any food for now. I need to sell everything I get. This is dire. This is like a survival experience. What's cool, though, is that this game was designed to have such a huge scale without that survival experience being in mind. So I'm creating like a giant survival game for myself by playing this giant MMO with like this survival mindset. So it feels really cool how much is ahead of me on this adventure. Alright, level 4 guy. Oh no, I missed him. Alright, the other guy got him first. That's too bad. You can see he goes sort of a grayer color once he's tagged up. Alright, we just have to pull one guy. Here we go. I've been a little bit too close for that, but this should be okay. Let's get our 3 shots off. And just back up until he arrives. I have to reselect him to get melee going. A little inconvenient. I'll see if I figure out a macro to get my melee to work right after ranged, but I'll figure that out later. That's a future problem. For when I survive and make it to the future. Which will surely happen. Alright. Punch this guy to death. Oh, there's a little dodge. It's kind of cool. This game definitely had some great animations. Another standout animation is all of the female Night Elf animations look really great. Like, female Night Elves hold, like, two-handed weapons, like, behind them, and they wield, like, great swords, like a daikatana. It looks really cool. Yeah, it's good stuff. There's a great animation work. I mean, people always talk about the art team for Blizzard, and, like, even back in Classic, that was still a standout part of the game.
Ah! Those light-blasted trolls! A group of them came in the night and stole my journal! You better than to trust that good-for-nothing APR.
Like, good-for-nothing APR. Damn, alright. That sounded, it almost like it sounded like he was saying like a slur, like that good-for-nothing APR. Alright, putting that aside, let's go ahead and grab the thing with the higher DPS, which is this. The hand axe has a higher max damage you can roll, but the speed... Wait, hold on. Is speed, like... Is higher speed better, or is lower speed better? Because this is a lower speed. Does that mean it's faster? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm so stupid. 1.60 is like... It's like 1 second and then 60ths of a second? Or... 1.60 seconds and then 2 seconds? That might be what that means. I thought that the speed was like a number that increases as it gets faster, but no, it's the other way around. That, yeah, because the 200 mace is 3.10. Yeah, okay, I'm just dumb. So yeah, so the dagger is faster, so it has a lower total damage range, but it is more damage per second, so we go for the dagger.
My journal! They took it away to the cave. The one that had it? It was a big brute with some odd markings on his skin and face. I didn't get a much better look than that. You've had some luck with the trolls. Maybe you could go get it back for me.
Yeah, that sounds miserable, going into the troll cave. I don't remember if this guy has a quest for me that is troll cave related, so I'm going to come back and check this guy before I go in the troll cave. I have the boar hunter quest in the meantime. And the boars are all around me, so this is going to be a lot easier. Let's just get to shooting. Now that we have a melee weapon, this should be a lot easier to do at range. Once these guys arrive in combat, I can just hit them with my knife and use a raptor strike freely. Move this around. Alright, we only need to kill 12, so we don't need to collect anything, so that's handy at least.
It's too far away.
Now I've got it set to my mouse button. Should be a little bit easier.
I'm out of range.
Alright. I can just use the raptor strike to trigger melee, so now it's a little bit more convenient. Alright, I fixed my melee problem for now. Both in terms of the max. Ooh! Ooh, that's really good. Holy crap, that's like an actual treasure. Yes, bag space! Bag space is so hard to get in Classic WoW. Also, I am aware that I'm down to under 100 ammo left, but I started with 200, so I should be fine for now. But we'll keep an eye on that. If I need to go stock up again, I will. I should be able to buy ammo pretty cheaply from just a general goods merchant. So we shall see if there's any issues with that. Probably not. Ah, man, so much nicer to have an actual melee weapon again. And I didn't buy it with my very, very, very limited money, so that was good. Okay. Let's find some boars. Unfortunately, you can't have track animal be set to a specific animal. It's just all beasts are shown for you. So it's of limited usefulness in a lot of ways, but it's better than not having it, I guess. Helps you kind of keep track of the area. Having track humanoids a lot better, which you get later on, because humanoids tend to be a lot more dangerous than beasts. I guess situationally it might be better to have the beast one on. It's more like a tool that has, specific usages, but it's not always good to have on all the time. For now, it's not the worst thing to have, but, there's times where it won't be as useful. Where are all the boars, by the way? There's a couple up here, I guess. See, it's useful right there. There's a boar, small crag boar. Here we go. Let's go shoot some pigs.
It's too far away.
I think this pig is slower than the troll was. Oh yeah, he definitely was. Oh, that was real close. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Okay. Not getting the fifth one off, but that's alright. So far, so good.
I'm out of range.
I can at least get 4 consistently, so that's better than 3, to say the least. Alright, I'm glad they don't need to drop something, because their drop rate is not the best.
I need to get closer. It's too far away.
Oh my gosh, please. I know you're vertically challenged, but you have to be horizontally challenged as well. Let's see, get within range, please. Oh, that's so much trash. And that's good. Like, all those trash items are going to sell for a couple copper each. Game changer, honestly. Like, seeing a bunch of gray trash items is, actually kind of exciting in this playthrough. Alright, little Snubbi is doing pretty good so far. Almost at level 4 as well, so that's a few more abilities. Including Aspect of the Monkey, which, I don't remember. I think that gives her more dodge? I don't remember what that does. I'll have to see. Maybe it's more agility. Something agile related. We may get it from turning in the boar quest, and if so, we do want to go get that, get those skills, because going into the troll cave where there's hostile trolls in the cave with you, that's a recipe for disaster. Caves with hostile enemies are a big source of deaths in hardcore WoW, for sure. Because you have nowhere to go, right, if you're in this cave, just with a bunch of hostile opponents. If you try to run, you just run into more guys, because they respawn behind you. So you really have to kind of plan your route through these caves pretty carefully. And often you want to have your Hearthstone off cooldown and ready to use to get out of there without having to backtrack and run through a bunch of respawn guys. But now there's a ton of boars all over here. So we found all the boars. They're all over here. So I guess this guy was not lying when he said there were too many boars. Alright, get to stabbing. Alright, good stuff. This guy here. Alright, that was pretty close to the minimum range, so good to get a visual sense of what that looks like. Okay, one more boar to get, and then we'll be able to turn this quest in. What am I doing? Let's back it up. Alright. It's crazy how much one little knife changes everything. Oh my gosh, finally, alright. We have so much stuff in our bag. Bank incoming.
Excellent, I can go back to my leisurely hunting now. Thank you, adventurer.
I can go back to my leisurely hunting now.
Let's get it back.
Hey, level 4. Yes. Put the pants on as well. Now we're a bit more covered up for the snow. We can sell all this stuff, maybe make a silver or more, and get ourselves some level ups. And also, before we run back over, let me go down to the camp and pick up the other guy who had the Grey Quest. Grey Quest just means that it's we're not kind of level for it, but yeah, that guy's quest is now gold, which means we can pick it up. Hopefully it has to do with being in the cave, so I don't have to go in there more than once. That would be ideal. But we shall see what we get from this guy. And seeing the quest rewards, like, it's so much more exciting now that it's a fight for survival with every item mattering.
Gah! I was supposed to get this delicious scalding morn brew to Durnan Fur Cutter inside Anvilmar a while ago now, but I had to deliver one to Grelin here first. I'll never make it to Anvilmar before the brew runs cold. You look fast. Maybe you can make it. This cup will only stay hot for 5 more minutes, and Durnan didn't order chili morn brew, so get going. Anvilmar is to the northeast, a settlement dug in...
I know where it is, you jerk.
And don't forget to bring me back my mug.
I'm gonna play it as I'm running, because this is a time quest, but the way he said mug at the end, like, has me laughing.
Gah! I was supposed to get this delicious scalding morn brew to Durnan Fur Cutter inside Anvilmar a while ago now, but I had to deliver one to Grelin here first. I'll never make it to Anvilmar before the brew runs cold. You look fast. Maybe you can make it. This cup will only stay hot for 5 more minutes, and
stay
don't
hot.
order chili morn brew, so get going.
Chili morn brew.
To the northeast, a settlement
Get ready, here it is. Here it is.
Adventurer, and don't forget to bring me back my mug.
My mug. That guy became an Alabama Southerner for a second there. My mug. Alright, so this quest hilariously gives you 5 minutes to run like 30, run 1 minute away. Maybe I'm being a little too harsh because I just barely made it in 1 minute, but where the hell is this guy? I think he's back here, right? Oh, wait a minute, maybe I don't know where he is. Oh, here, he's right here, okay.
I sell the finest cloth and leather garb this side of the valley.
I am Durnan Fur Cutter. You have something for me?
Ah, good. Now this will hit the spot. Allow me to take a small break while I enjoy this scalding morn brew.
He says scornfully. See what I mean? All the dialogue has like a sharp like tone to it, which is just really funny because it makes everything sound extremely sarcastic. Which is like not out of character for this world, but it's way funnier when everyone's like sounding like they're just biting back fury all the time.
I sell the finest cloth and leather. Now that hit the spot. Nothing like a piping hot, nay, scalding morn brew on a cold winter's day to warm your kidneys and your soul. Here you go, adventurer. Be a pal and take this empty mug back to Nori for me, would you now?
Scalding morn brew.
Off with you.
The finest cloth and leather.
Okay. This is why I'm playing this playthrough. Oh my god. It's really funny. Scalding morn brew. Anytime that the quest text has like different punctuation, because it's not meant to be written, it's not meant to have been read, right? It was all meant to just be written down. The AI is gonna freak out and have crazy intonation. It's just amazing. Oh my god, alright, let's go train up our skills at the Hunter Trainer. Also, we're at 3 silver, 15 copper. What can I do for you? Alright, we can get Aspect of the Monkey. Ooh, yes! Okay, dodge by 8%. That is amazing. Let me enable that immediately. The monkey noise in the background. I'm going to put that over here because this is something you just sort of toggle into. You can switch between your different aspects based on the situation. You may want one over the other. For now, this is great. Extra dodge chance is obviously really good.
What can I do?
Serpent Sting. Alright, so this is going to be something we can throw onto our ranged attacks. So this is going to be quite good. It's also 15 seconds, so that is great. Let's see here. How do I want to handle this? I'll shift be my ranged abilities. Also, this guy here. Oh, I remember what this quest is. I'm glad I'm noticing him now.
We drove the trogs out of Gnome Regan, but they always so horribly wrong.
Okay, the gnome AI voice has got a calm it down about 8 notches. Can I hear that take again, my dude?
We drove the drugs out of Gnome Regan, but
Gnome Reagan. What is he, the trickle-down gnome economics guy? Gnome Reagan? I think you mean Gnomergon. Literally in the intro cinematic they said it as Gnomergon, so that's canon.
we drove the drugs out of Gnome Regan, but then it all went so horribly wrong. Now our home is completely irradiated, and we gnomes have been scattered all over Dunmorrow. In my haste to get away from the radiation, I lost all my personal belongings and tools. It was the trolls that got me. They stole my chest, my box, and my bucket of bolts. They took them back to their camp southwest of Andalmar. I'm no adventurer. Could you find my things and bring them here to me, please?
Please?
Off and away.
Oh my god, it uses the, like,
Can I help you?
that, like, dialogue that was in the game originally as the basis of the AI. It's so goofy, I love it. I love it. I think I may need to buy some more ammo as well before I head over there. Who sells ammo exactly? It might be the guy out where you start, the general. Yeah, let me go out there. I think the general goods guy sells ammo. Oh my god, this is so funny. This adds a whole different dimension to this whole playthrough. Just, I'm constantly, like, chuckling at the AI voices. Alright, let's not end up there if we can help it, so let's head this direction instead. Let's see. General supplies, I think he has ammo for me.
What
All
can
right.
I do for you?
Here we go, yeah. He actually also sells ammo pouches, okay. Ooh, I forgot about throwing items, but we can't use thrown. Yeah, I'll just buy 200, that's fine. We have more than we started with, but it's very cheap, only 10 copper. So that's a good deal, actually, yeah. Alright, let's bring back the mug. And then, I guess I should have grabbed the boxes, or the Felix's quest earlier, because, they're all in those buildings I was running around where the troll whelps were, so I need to kind of go back there. I'm going to miss quests like that every so often. Vanilla doesn't have visible quests on the minimap, so you have to just find the quest givers yourself. And I'm going to remember where some of them are, but I'm not going to remember a lot of them, especially later on as we progress into higher level areas that I didn't really play a lot when I was younger. So yeah, I'm excited to kind of like discover quests that I didn't remember or didn't know about, and to have to do some backtracking and replaying content. We have a 50%, enemy XP gain, so it's not actually that bad of an idea to re-go through areas.
What's on your mind?
I trust the scalding morn brew got to Durnan on time. Did you remember to bring back my mug?
Excellent, adventurer! You'd be surprised how many couriers I meet who forget to do something as simple as bring back the mug. Mugs don't grow on trees, or so they tell me. Here's a little something for the effort. Thanks again for your help.
It's like an alien pretending to be a human. The way these voices are delivered. Something's bring back the mug. He's putting 100% effort into every syllable at every point in that. Okay, let's do the Refuse Quandary quest first. I think it's this house, and then the front of the cave are the 3 spots. But if I wasn't sure, I'd have to look everywhere, because it's not going to say. Like, realistically speaking, I mean, in the sense that it's realistic, the quest flavor text doesn't tell you exactly where it is. This guy's like, they stole my stuff, I don't know where they put it, it's over there somewhere. So it feels like you're actually, like, discovering it yourself. But, okay, there's the box, that's a good start. Let's get here before the trolls that are usually here respawn. Also, the picking up object animation takes like 10 seconds or something, so that's lovely. Alright, let's get out of here quick. That guy just respawned right there. Fortunately, when someone respawns, there's like a 10 to 20 second grace period where they don't aggro automatically. So we're not in imminent danger, but it's always a little alarming for when that happens right next to you on a hardcore character, to say the least. Alright. We can still see the corpses here, which means that they were killed a bit more recently. So these guys shouldn't respawn quite yet. I hope. There's the chest. Anything in there? I don't see any treasure chests or whatnot, so we should be fine. Let's just get out of here once we pick this up. Alright, I think the last one, the bucket of bolts, is at the cave entrance, so let's head over there. And then we may as well just go in the cave now. I don't think we're going to get to level 5 from questing before the cave, so we just gotta grit our teeth and go for it. If we're careful, this should be alright. Maybe I should buy some food or bring some food with me so I can heal a bit faster between fights, but I think we're okay. There's some people around here too, so we can take advantage of people clearing the cave out for their own runs. We can kind of follow them, and even if they're not on hardcore mode, and we can't group with them. Can I select this, please? Well, that was the bucket of bolts, right? Oh, here it is, okay. Yeah, you have to compete for these items in the world. Fortunately, they respawn instantly, basically. Alright, let's just kind of follow behind these non-hardcore players. We can't group with them directly, but we can take advantage of their bravery. Snubbi is ready to admit that she's not the bravest little gnome in the world, but she's got a good reason not to be. Okay, so where is this journal? Okay, I think it's in the inventory of the leader troll, who's back. Oh my gosh, there's a whole bunch over here. Okay, I'm gonna fight this guy. Okay, I should have used my serpent sting here. Let's just not play around here. This is actually kind of a dangerous area. The leopard dagger skill, very good. No healing items at all, or healing abilities is risky. We just have to find the leader troll. I think I know where he is, but I'm not honestly 100% sure. It's probably in this direction. These caves all have kind of a similar template. Alright. No, select that guy. That was the serpent sting. You could use all ranged abilities with guns or other ranged weapons, so even if they have like an arrow like design on them. Also, I'm not going to get XP or loot from killing these. Actually, I think I should go this way. This is the way I think to the troll leader, so I'm just going to chance it that I'm going to be okay back here. Also, this guy's a caster. Casters are extremely dangerous on hardcore, because they can instantly burst you down, but they're much better for me, because they fight me at range for longer, where I'm going to have much more DPS, so this is a good class to offset how dangerous caster enemies tend to be. Let's go back as far as we can. Not that far. Alright, start with the Serpent Sting. That gets a dock going, 4 damage every 3 seconds. Oh, this guy just came right up to me. That's alright. Okay, I'm nervous, but I think we're okay so far. Fortunately, if something does go wrong this early in the playthrough, it's not going to feel as devastating. But I've seen the messages from like level 59s and like 58s dying, and that's brutal. Imagine playing for dozens of hours to get to basically 1 or 2 levels away from max. Okay, this guy is not up here. Maybe he's around the corner, but I may have been wrong about where he was. I'm actually going to go around, and he might be at the base of the cliff. Let me find him. See, I'm not going to remember stuff like this, and the quest isn't going to tell me exactly where he is, so I have to find him myself. Move carefully so I don't run into everybody. Alright, I think I can safely fall down here and not die instantly. Okay, I didn't die instantly, that's good. Alright. Follow the corpses. Oh! Let's make some more corpses, just to be safe. Oh no, okay, we're backing up. That guy there could easily aggro on me. I gotta re-clear this manually. Alright, let's kill this guy. I'm really glad that trolls are too stupid to run during a fight, because enemies that run from fights can... Oh, good. Oh no, okay. Okay, this guy... Oh god, alright, hold on. Emergency, we're running to the back of the cave, so we're not gonna pull everybody. Oh god, alright. I've gotta wait for like another group to move through here to clear some of these guys out, because I can't pull them separately enough. And I might be in serious trouble here. That guy just respawned. That's not good. Try to get as far this direction as possible. Alright. Please nobody see me back here. I don't have any way to heal before another attacker.
That spell isn't ready.
Come on. Alright. I'm thinking about Hearthstoning. I think we're okay. I just gotta heal up enough. Not having any healing at all is painful right now. Can I put this belt? Oh yeah, this is an upgrade over no belt at all. God, I really should have brought food with me. Okay, I'm gonna chance it that I can run through before these guys respawn again. I really want my pet. It's gonna make such a big difference. Okay, I think I need to just proceed. I can't. Oh god, oh god. I didn't see that guy from the left. Don't pull, don't pull, don't pull. Okay, we need to stand right here so that the guys behind us don't respawn. I can't back up too far because those respawns might happen on top of me and screw me up. That could have been... If that guy pulled with this pull, that would have been a disaster. That might have been a death there. Oh god. Now you see... Oh my gosh! My pain has been rewarded and that guy's being pulled by somebody. I can move through here safely. Thank you, kind sir. Who is this? Nisafar, thank you. Alright. Oh, there he is. Yeah, that's definitely him. He has a name and everything. Oh god. I'm just gonna... This guy's not a hardcore character. I'm just gonna, like, kind of hang around by him and join in, even though I'm not gonna get any XP or whatnot. Although I can't group with him to do the leader troll, which is an issue. I may just snipe the leader troll and have him help me. I know that's kind of messed up, but I think I might have to do that. Look at this cave! There's so many trolls! How on earth do you even do this area? I'm just gonna stay with this guy. Don't pull more than one. Please don't pull more than one. Please. Okay. Don't do anything goofy here. Come on. He's thinking about it. Oh god. He's trying to pull the one away, but it's not going to work. He's going to pull both. They're going to... Oh, he pulled one away! Holy crap, okay. That's really good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tag the troll and pull him over. No! No, no! God damn it! He got the tag. Alright. I screwed that up. Oh my god, who is... That guy just rolled right in. Alright, well now what I can do is, when the leader recovers, or regenerates, or respawns, is what I'm trying to say, I can hopefully pull him from behind and fight him relatively safely, especially if another person's here. If any other hardcore player shows up, I am teaming with them instantly, because this is real dangerous to be a solo right over here. This guy can help me for sure, but I need to tag the boss before he attacks him, and he's a melee character, so he'll probably get the first hit in. He's standing right on the respawn point. Oh man, this is dicey. Just to be safe, I'm going to pull this other guy preemptively, just to be completely safe, assuming the respawn doesn't happen right now, which is probably what's going to happen, knowing my luck. Just so this guy's out of the picture for a bit. Alright, he ran out of mana. Okay, good. There's the respawn back there. Okay, okay, okay. I have no way to, like, get a shield for myself. To, like no equivalent to, like, bubbling as a paladin. Oh my god, this is tense. There's no, like, safe place to be back here. I just gotta hope for the best. If I can just tag the guy and then this guy helps me, that would be everything. Whew. Oh my gosh. Come on. Respawn. Let me get the tag. And also kill him somehow in a melee fight, probably. God, this is real dire. At least I have Aspect of the Monkey to give me more dodge chance. Need to be far enough away to get the shot off once this guy appears. He should appear around here somewhere. God, I gotta keep my hands on the keyboard. I can't even blink. This is such a close call. If any hardcore guy just like rolled through here, I could team up with them. This would instantly be so much easier. Oh no, no, no! Ah, I couldn't click them in fast enough. Shoot. That's messed up. Alright. Too close. This guy's probably gonna leave now. It's hard to be Snubbi. Snubbi's used to getting snubbed, but that's just sad. At least now his respawn should be offset a bit from the guy that he spawns next to, so we can kill the whelp spawn and then kill Gricknir in a one-on-one, hopefully. My god, I sure hope so. This is brutal. Alright. Even, because the thing is, I just don't have the room to fight him mostly at range. I have to basically do a melee fight with him, which is not exactly what I want to be doing. Maybe I could run up the ramp, maybe, but I feel like there's going to be respawns. If I run into a single respawn during the boss fight, I think I'm going to die. I've got to just send it, you know? Oh god. Or if a hardcore player runs through here. I could ask for help, but I'm going to try to do this myself, because I'm not always going to have access to help in this run. Come on. Vanilla spawn rates. Let's see the guy. Either the boss or the ad. I don't know where the ad is. I thought he was going to respawn. But seemingly not, for some reason. I just need the journal from the boss troll, and then I can Hearthstone out of here. That was too far away. Yeah, those ramp guys have respawned now, so I can't back out using the ramp. I could make a run for it. Okay, I'm gonna pull this guy now, just to be on the extreme safe side. Oh no. Oh no, this is really bad. Grickner might get pulled from this. Oh my god. Holy crap. Holy crap, I thought Grickner would see that. Okay, we're hanging back until we're at exactly full health. Oh no, the ad is there too. Oh, I hope I'm out of range of both of them. I don't know if I am. I'm like right on the verge of range. Oh god, I don't know what to do here. Shoot. So, they're not attacking me so far, which means the run's not over. I can Hearthstone out, which I really would want to avoid doing, and come at it from a different angle. I definitely can't pull both of them. That feels like that's a death sentence right there. I may just have to wait for somebody else to come in and like, start the fight. Honestly, I don't know what to do here. Okay. I might have been able to pull Grickner before the ad respawn. I may have had a couple seconds to do that, but that's past now. They're gonna pull each other if I pull one of them. Oh, this is really painful. But I gotta do it. Yeah. I don't think I can win this fight against the two of them. Maybe, but it's really close. I have no healing. I have no way to get healing during the fight. I basically just have to reset. Alright.
Well met.
This gives us a chance at least to turn in that other quest. What I can do is go into the cave a bit better prepared. Maybe buy, now that I have some riches saved up, some riches, see if I can buy maybe a better weapon of some sort to help me out. I'm really close to being able to do this. It's just I'm a little too weak at the minute still to safely do it. I probably could do it, but I'm worried about something going wrong here.
Hi, you're a tall one.
All right. Oh goodness, Snubbi, this town is not well suited for the likes of me. There are as many nasty creatures here as there were in Gnome Reagan before the accident. Do you have my belongings? If you don't, then who knows what the trolls have done with them now.
Huzzah! You found them! You're an absolute savior, my friend. Here, it's not much, but it's something for the trouble I put you through. Thank you!
That was actually a pretty good voice read, honestly. That sounded like the voice actor. Okay, well, both of these weapons are lower DPS than my current knife, so that's not going to be an upgrade. Does this guy sell guns? No. I could buy more armor, maybe, from like the leather armor seller, but I don't know if that's really going to help me much. I mean, I guess it would help me, but the value is not super clear. Who's like a gun seller? Is that such a thing? There might not be one in this town. Maybe in the next town after the starting area. Let me go check again at the general store guy. See if he's got anything that can help me. It may just come down to timing and being there when someone else is doing the cave area. That might be what it ends up coming down to. Yeah, I think we're not gonna have a lot of options here.
How are you?
Yeah, let's just head back to the cave and try to follow a group in, and maybe try to tag the boss. Unless if it's a hardcore group, I can just join the group. But if it's not a hardcore group, I can tag the boss right before they attack him, hopefully, and then they'll just help me fight him. That's my best hope, honestly. Got to be real sneaky about it, but hopefully I just stumble across a player in the Still Alive guild that I can team up with. Even having, no matter what the class is, just any other player at all be doing this cave with me completely changes the difficulty. It becomes basically like a certainty that I make it through. Okay, there's corpses in the front. That's a good sign that there's people in there. Although there's also respawn, so I guess I could fight my way in and try to hit level 4 or level 5. Hitting level 5 might be the boost that I need to feel more confident. But how do I want to handle this? I think I just gotta get in there, honestly. We'll see what we can find in there. Right, there's somebody there, a newcomer character. I can't group with them, but maybe I can follow them in. Okay, they're going in. That's a good sign. And they're a mage, which means no fast casting. I might be able to pull something off here. Alright. Operation Steal This Poor Person's Boss Kill is now in effect. Alright, what's your name? Clorin? I think they're trying to group with me, but they're not allowed to. I'm hardcore mode. They're just standing there. I can't talk yet. Hold on.
Indubitably.
I'm not allowed to talk because my character is too young. I think that's the reason why. Okay, I think they tried to group with me, but they realized that they can't. So now I feel bad because I'm like talking with them and seeing them as a person, not just a means to an end. I'm sorry, Clorin, for the betrayal that awaits you. I'm a hunter. What can I say? You know, it's tough out here. I've got no healing. I've got no Riz. Snubbi has negative gnome Riz. So we just gotta make do, you know. I'll let you have all the kills on the way over there. How about that? Maybe she'll like help me anyways, because she seems like she's a bit higher level. Maybe a friendly person. At least having someone here with me means I'm less likely to die. And she may know what the Still Alive Guild means, and she knows that I'm doing hardcore mode. So we at least can make it back over here with a little friend. Literally a little friend to help us out. Yeah, she's helping me take my pulls as well. I think we're gonna be okay here. I think I can pull the boss and she'll help me kill, and then she'll stay to fight the boss on her own, even though she can't group with me. She's gotta recover her mana. I'm gonna show my appreciation of her support. Clorin, you're the MVP of this episode. If you watch this video somehow, then I appreciate you a lot. Hugs me, oh my gosh. We have a little gnome friend here. Hey, she's buffing me up too with arcane intellect. Oh my gosh. Clorin is the GOAT, in all honesty. What a legend. Alright, Clorin. Boss fight awaits. Let's head on down. I don't know if she knows that I literally can't talk in the in-game chat, or she's just puzzled by my weird silence. Oh no, we pulled two, but with Clorin here, I think we can pull this off. Nothing to fear. Clorin is here. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm playing an MMO. That's crazy. Multiplayer World of Warcraft experience? Such a thing is unthinkable. Alright, I'll let her do the pull, and then I'll get to shooting. Want her to get all the loot possible. At least she deserves for saving the run. Alright, she's getting more mana. Yeah, welcome to being a mage. The mana, every 2 pulls. At this level, it's every 2 pulls. Pretty soon it'll be every pull, and then it'll be like every half a pull. You have to stop to drink. Brutal. At least she can create her own water as a mage. So that's convenient for her. Okay. Don't pull Gricknir, please. This being a caster is a little risky, but I think we're okay. All right. Now we can do this. Okay, she got the other guy. That's fine, though. Come on. This should be okay. Yes! Alright, Gricknir is dead. I got the journal. Oh my gosh. This lady just saved the run.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! That sounded like that was AI generated. I'm gonna wave.
Greetings.
Alright. Goodbye. Sorry, I'm not gonna help you, but I'm afraid of death, so I am leaving. What a wholesome little encounter. She's still targeting me too. I love that. Maybe she has sticky targeting on as well. Alright, Clorin. I'm not gonna forget you. Maybe I'll see her again, you know? She's leveling up as well. Maybe our adventures with Clorin are not at an end quite yet. But what a wholesome little way to do that quest. Wow. I can't believe it, you know? A wholesome multiplayer encounter in World of Warcraft. Love that for me. Now she's selecting somebody else. Okay, well, on that lovely note, now we can go ahead and turn this goddamn quest in and complete this area. Oh, that was a close call. Once I have my pet, that's one of the reasons I want to play as a hunter, is having the pet helps me avoid situations like that. It really increases my survivability a lot to just have somebody else for them to target, but we're still a ways away from that, so the adventure continues. Snubbi, any luck? Can I read this guy's journal, actually? I can read it. Day 1. The apprentice and I have arrived in Coldridge Valley today. The trip through the cave was mostly uneventful. Okay, sure. We made camp a good distance away from the cave. We're told the trolls have gathered in. Oh, he means a different cave. Okay, he's talking about the cave into Coldridge Valley. Day 2. Bloody wolf howling almost kept me up all night. I will have new wolf-hide clothing in a few days. The lad got tangled up with a trog today, put up a fight, and managed to get the better of the ugly brute, but he's now nursing a nasty cut on his arm. Looks like I'll have to do the chores for a while. Day 3. Cold, snowed a bit around noon. Day 4. The lad was back and in good spirits today, so we took our first look at the trolls, frostmane I'd say, judging by the markings on their skin and the various trinkets they wore on their bodies. Day 5. Had the lad watch over the camp, and I snuck over to the cave and took a look around. The trolls' numbers are somewhat troublesome. The mountaineers might have to be summoned in force if the cave is to be cleared of the troll infestation. I realize I have not mentioned the trogs of late. They appear in the area in greater numbers, but they are so primitive they do not pose much of a threat. Time may say if this is true or not. And not a drop of ale for almost a week now, the real tragedy. Day 6, cold again, snow, trolls, no ale. Day 7, snow below so white, sky above so blue, wolves will howl the night, not a drop of brew. What a poet. Day 8, the trolls are perhaps not as large a problem as we initially thought. They have some numbers but are not well armed or organized. A small show of force. I just realized that I'm reading this guy's diary directly in front of him. Anyways, a small show of force should be more than adequate in dealing with the threat they pose. What do you have to say about this? Snubbi, any luck?
Wonderful adventurer. Many thanks for retrieving my notebook. Well, it would seem that the troll situation here in Coldridge Valley is under control and not much cause for worry.
Well,
For the finishing touches on my report, I'll need someone to courier it to my brother, Sin.
okay. I don't know which of these is more valuable. You can't see value in this game, in this version of the game, so...
I was planning on sending my apprentice to my brother Senior with my report, but I would feel much better were it placed in more reliable hands. That is, of course, if you wouldn't mind. You'll have to take the tunnel to get to Karanos. Speak with Mountaineer Thalos before going through the tunnel. It's completely infested with trogs now. Follow the road back to Anvil Mar, then keep heading east to the tunnel. Thalos is stationed nearby.
Alright. Off we go. I believe that is the Coldridge Valley's starting area of the starting zone complete. And yes, this was the entire valley is this location of this size of zone. I mean, it's a larger zone, but yeah, this is the scale of the world we're going to be exploring in this playthrough. So yeah, the world of Warcraft awaits. Snubbi's adventures in Coldridge Valley almost ended in disaster, but thanks to the help of a little mage friend that we made along the way. Well, friend is presumptuous. A mage... Actually, here's the destroyed camp, so I was right about there being a destroyed camp over here. A mage that we scammed / worked with cooperatively, helping us kill that boss. We're going to have little emergent moments like that throughout the playthrough, because this is an online game, which I'm very, very excited to see where things go. We'll see if some other shenanigans happen in the future, but I'm always here for the shenanigans. And I think we are good just to literally get going here. I don't think we have any more quests to do in the area. I believe so. Let's sell our goods and move on to Mountaineer Thalos.
What's on your mind?
32, okay. You know I gotta read this guy's report. I should have read the report directly in front of him after he gave it to me in the sealed letter, like I read his diary. Oh my gosh. A report on the state of the Frostmane trolls and the general area of Coldridge... I gotta read it in his accent. A report on the... Actually, no. I don't know what accent that was. Prepared by Grillin Whitebeard, Senate Special Envoy. From the time that I have spent observing the movement of the Frostmane trolls in the Coldridge Valley area, I have determined that they pose no large threat to dwarven settlements in the area. Moreover, they are a threat that can be eliminated with little additional support from the army through the assistance of mountaineers already stationed in Coldridge Valley and mercenaries paid with funds set aside by the Senate prior to my dispatchment. I am confident that the problem will be solved in short order. The action has been authorized with the sanction given to me by King Bronzebeard. I guess we did read about this part earlier, so the lore has been bolstered. You know, it's been a long recording session when I'm pronouncing Senate as sonnet. It's like the AI, like, voice generation, it's like infecting my brain. Like, I'm saying it like the AI would say it. Oh no, I'm turning into a robot. Ironically, lore-accurate gnome moment. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go play retail WoW.
What can I do for you?
Hail, have a care, Snubbi. The tunnel to Dunmorrow, or Dunmorrogue in this universe, is infested with trogs and is not safe for travel. If you haven't any pressing business in Dunmorrow, I'll have to ask you to remain in Anvilmar until the tunnel is safer.
Well, if Whitebeard is sending you to Dunmarrock on important business, I can't very well stop you, can I? At least let me provide you with some advice and directions. The trogs in the tunnel are extremely hostile and haven't shown any hesitation in attacking travellers through the tunnel.
He shouts aggressively.
Tough enough though, so you should probably be safe. Directions? If you're going to speak with Senir, you'll find him in Karanos. Make your way through the tunnel, and after you come out on the other side, just keep following the road. It'll run right into Karanos.
Okay. Can I hear that line delivery a second time?
The trogs in the tunnel are extremely hostile.
He said that with extreme hostility. Listen to
The
that.
trogs in the tunnel are extremely hostile.
He's like clipping the mic. Extremely hostile.
Hi, Nolan.
Hey, you look like a hardy adventurer.
The goddamn sarcastic gnome voice I can't deal with this. I don't know why this is so funny. It's just, imagine like watching like an animation of this voice performance.
Hey, you look like a hardy adventurer. If you're planning on braving the pass, do you suppose you could bring a package to the inn in Karanos? You were planning on stopping at the inn, right? If you make it through the pass, you'll definitely want to take a breather there. Anyways, bring this to Tannock Frosthammer, the innkeeper's assistant. I can't get through the pass myself, and it'll be days until a mountaineer escort comes through.
I mean, all of my like mockery and laughter, it's like out of love. Like, this is an amazing mod. It really does bring a lot of like immersion to this game, but at what cost, I ask you? Oh my god. Alright, so we actually have to go through kind of a dangerous area with some trogs. Fortunately, both of these quests are just to get to the next town, so we can get going. And I think I'm going to... Oh my gosh, level 4? Okay, we actually have to pay attention here. Or team up with this other...
They can't join
Oh, they're in their group already. Oh yes, they invited me to their group. Yes! Alright. We have ourselves an escort. What's this person named? Oh my gosh. Fire! Holy crap. She's gonna think I'm not helping at all, but I'm trying to help. This is a Tripleon. Alright, thanks. Thanks, Tripleon. The Dwarf Rogue. Alright, yeah, you can melee. There's this other person here, Yakakaka, the Dwarf Paladin, who is nowhere to be found. Oh my gosh. She just... It's like, where did she go? She literally went just... I was like, where'd she go? That rogue disappeared. Oh my gosh, that was a brain fog moment if I ever seen one. Oh my gosh, the rogue went invisible. What happened? It's like I haven't been playing this game for 20 years. I was in a silly mood. I don't know what's going on. Come on, let's go! What are you waiting for? Is it her friend? Oh, waiting for Yukakaka to come join. I might be able to make it through the rest, actually, without... Well, I'll help them through. Pala, wait for you. Okay, we'll wait for Paladin. Alright, here comes the Paladin. The squad moves out. Oh my gosh. But see, this is like some like genuine... Did it again. Some genuine like teamwork happening. Oh, I know, I pulled. That's fine. Should be able to survive. Paladin, you want to help out here? Oh my gosh. I'm going to take the item that you could have taken, Paladin, because you're not helping. Is she on a follow for me? Oh my god. Paladin's following. I'm the hunter, you goofball. What are you doing? melee-ass character following the hunter. Alright. On that basis, I'm leaving this group immediately. Being followed by the paladin. God damn. Oh my gosh, alright. Oh, she's still following me. No, stop following me. I'm leading you astray. I'm not part of your group anymore. Damn, that's messed up. Alright, well, I can't do anything about that. She's just gonna follow me. I say follow, I mean, like, she's clicked /follow. Like, she's AI pathing behind me. Alright. I'm just going to the town, so it's not gonna be too big of a mess for her, but... Oh, man, that's funny. Whew, alright. In the limits of my humor capacity with this experience. I don't know where her, like, friend went to, but... the rogue disappeared, one might say. She's just out of here. Is there a quest over here? I do not remember. I just literally have a stalker now. Paladin stalker. Just rotating to follow me. Oh. Okay, it's still in effect. Oh, hello.
How are you? Take no rumble shot at your service.
Okay. Sell the mail. Despite that paladin, yeah, they're doing some artillery testing, I guess. Whew. God. Here's a different rogue, dwarf rogue over here. When I log out, this paladin will probably stop following me at that point. We shall see. We're almost to the town of Karanos, or Karanos, as I think the AI calls it. God, this has been such a funny playthrough. It's great because it's like a mixture of actual, like, tense gameplay and outrageous, like, bizarre, funny moments. At least for me, personally. Like the AI voice being a little off, to me, is, like, the funniest thing on earth, but maybe my humor is just broken. It's the fact that it sounds, most of the time, pretty good, and then it sometimes just, like, has these random words where it just completely goes out of control and has, like, an extreme weird inflection. Or, like, the exaggerated way everything's said makes everything sound extremely sarcastic, which makes all of the dialogue much funnier if you imagine it's being said with enormous, like, self-apparent sarcasm, you know? Oh my god, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be a great playthrough. I'm so excited for this. I can't see anything because this person's in the way. No, we're getting exiles, alright. Well, here we are in Karanos. This is going to be our home for now. This is the main town of the zone. I mean, Ironforge is obviously a bigger town, but this is our town for now. How are you? Like to share a drink with me, perhaps? Not much else to do in the cold.
What's this? Ah, my brother's report. I told him to be sparing with the use of the king's
she's
name,
gone.
but he didn't listen. No harm, I suppose, though it's sure to ruffle some feathers in the Senate. Not that those weren't some feathers that needed ruffling. Nonetheless, I guess that means that I should send my report on to Ironforge as well, but I must admit I'm a bit behind. Bloody cold. I should have some work for you later. That's no interest.
But it's like, I'm trying my best to not be racist against dwarves here, being that I'm a gnome, but like, all of the dwarves are like, I'm cold and not drunk enough and I'm too lazy to do anything. It's like, you know, if there's a little bit of dwarf racism that I experience as a gnome, can it really be blamed that much? Also, the hunter trainer is a gnome in this server, which is not how it was originally, because that's not normally possible, so that's kind of cool, actually. Nice little detail there. And the pet trainer is here, too. But, yeah, no beast training available until I know how to do beast stuff. Yeah, so it all starts at level 10, basically, is the idea. You can unlock, like, different bonuses for your hunter pet and different abilities. So we'll come back to that later. What I will do is go... Oh my gosh, let's not destroy that quest item by accident. Let's go drop off the inn supplies and also discover and get connected to this. And oh, hello, it's a night elf. 2 night elves. They are really tall for a gnome. Hello! She's looking down at me. Hello. Alright, let's not dwell on that angle too long. Alright.
Great to meet you.
Hi there, come in and take a seat by the fire and warm yourself with a flagon of ale.
At last, the supplies from hands. I was beginning to worry. We've had scarce word from Anvilmar ever since the Trogs overran the pass. Thanks for bringing this to me, adventurer, and please, make yourself comfortable. You must be tired after your journey.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Alright, oh, do I need to talk to the actual innkeeper?
What? Fill your tankard and pull up a chair. We've stories to tell and kegs to empty.
Oh my gosh, he just punched me in the face. Oh, he was doing the animation. Make this in my home.
Be good.
Alright, thank you. Now I can hearth back to here. And this is going to be our stopping point for the first session of the Snubbi playthrough. Hopefully this has been an entertaining video. I don't know if this is going to be like an unwatchable video for anyone who's not playing, because this is definitely quite a slow-paced experience, but I'm having the time of my life, honestly, with the Turtle WoW server and just with the way I've set this all up. So, next time we are going to be exploring the town of Anvilmar, or, hold on, Karanos. Anvilmar is where we just came from. Exploring the town of Karanos, getting some more quests. Snubbi will continue to level up, and hopefully get some additional abilities to survive a bit better, so we don't have to rely on the presence of helpful players to just do basic quests. That would be great, but we'll see what awaits us. So, that's it for the first episode of the Snubbi playthrough. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.